Hey guys, we're taking out a bit of an oddball aircraft, and this would be the XF15C. It's something that doesn't come up too often. When the DOE 335 was first introduced, there was a series of missions to unlock that plane, and at the same time, this aircraft also had a series of missions. I wasn't as interested in the DOE 335 as I was into this aircraft. Mostly because it's an XF15C. There's already an F-15C. It's an aircraft that is actively used to this very day and is an air supremacy fighter. It is way different than this because it is a twin-engine jet, and I think it was essentially born in 1979 when they first introduced the F-15 as a whole. The C model was more like the later variant of the Alpha Bravo series, then became the Charlie Delta series with advanced avionics and capabilities and new engines and yada yada. So this thing, however, is a Navy attempt to create a dual thrust system. It's got a jet engine and a propeller engine. So in a lot of ways it behaves much like you would expect kind of a Mustang to fly. Very high velocity, decent maneuverability once we've kitted it out. I mean, I do have a lot of skills on this pilot, so I will say that much. But in practicality, it didn't work out as well, because what you got here is an aircraft that doesn't really excel in any particular area. It's going to be all right as a propeller-driven aircraft and all right as a jet-powered aircraft, but at this point, everybody was making their jet fighters, and that was pretty much, whoa, what are you even doing here, man? So, it really made more sense just to go all in on jets at this point. So, this didn't really last very long. There was only 3 made, 2 crashed, 1 was destroyed, and I think 1 is sitting at a museum currently, and they just didn't last very long. An XP72, hey, you must have been for my video yesterday. We do have 4 20mm cannons, so unlike the Mustang, we get the advantage of getting long-range guns. This is going to be the human. Is he coming back? He's saying, I'm coming to get you. That's fine. Are you going to turn with me, or are you just going to blitz right through? It'd be better if you just kept going. Because of the 20mm cannons, we get the ability to essentially snipe planes out at a much better range. He's gonna get me here, I can't. Whoa, we got my engine. He's gonna keep pressing through though. That's a smart move on his part. Boom and zoom aircraft, that's what they're here for. Oh, man, we were catching a lot of flack. We probably could have just left this zone alone. I'm like constantly checking my 6 right now because I know that I'm going to have that heavy come back after me. There we go. We picked up the zone. And we got the command center. So good job to the team here. I see you, C-Fang. We get good altitude performance. Not great altitude performance, but we get good altitude performance. We have good airspeed. Decent maneuverability. Come on, get out of here. I don't want none. Take into the climb. Wish I had my boost cooler available. Oh, they got my military facility. It's alright. Let's get these 20s on target. How do you like it? Jeez. I took a lot of hits there. We'll get passive regen to get us back. This thing has a lot of hit points. 487 hit points. That's pretty decent. We're talking multi-roll style hit points on this thing. Like I said, the altitude performance isn't bad. Like, about 7,000 feet, give or take some change. And then with the range on the cannons, which we did go with long barrels, because again, we want to get those guns on early. And we maximize accuracy. Thing already gets like 480 damage per second, so the cannons are just like a nice bonus. I don't even know what the enemy has. They got the F2H and the Spitfire, and we got a Key 94 too. There's a Key 90, or yeah, Key 94 is chasing the Spitfire right now. There's the P80, the other American Tier 8 Premium. He was done to begin with. Hey, Seahawk. There's that range damage. Get off my buddy. He probably didn't need the help now that I'm looking at it. Hopefully he sees that as me helping and not me stealing. If you guys are ever playing against me, and you kind of like get the kill and there's like a low health aircraft near me, you're not stealing the kill, by the way. You're securing the kill. I'd rather have the gun gone. I mean, you don't know if I was able to take him out. Maybe I got some module damage. I'd rather he just be gone. I act annoyed sometimes. Like, ah, that guy stole my kill, but there's no such thing. I think it's kind of childish to get into that nonsense. Be mature about it. It's about the victory. It's about playing together as a team. Makes the game a little bit more fun. Ooh, get those cannons on. Who are you? Who you? Who you? I would rather come at you from a distance, but... Alright. I'm gonna see you later. Great velocity, like acceleration on this plane. There's so many other things I could be doing right now, but we've kind of had the edge on these guys for quite a while now. So I'm more interested in just having a good time. Trying out these long barrels I just equipped to this thing. Oh no! Didn't even get a chance. Alright. Let's head for the mid. Kind of split the difference here. We'll dip the nose. We'll get some of that boost back. And we're staying at a pretty decent click right now. 378 miles an hour. There is a heavy somewhere. Where's he at? Daryl. I see you, Daryl. That means that the other heavy I see is going to be the specialist, right? There he is. Let's do that. Maybe somebody will get on him. There's the P-80. Ooh, we got a little bit of a graphics glitch there. Come on. I don't need these frame drops. There's those 20s. Nice. Sniped. That's right. Heavy storm. You're not coming back, Walter. It's over. And we'll just keep doing that. Come on. Designate. There it is. Hopefully, I'm helping my buddy here. I didn't want him to get intercepted there. You're worth 60 capture points. I see you, P-80. We did this earlier. Coming back. Coming back. You can't get away all day. You leave him alone. Leave Brittany alone. Alright. Spit 14. Did he just straighten out? Nice. Okay, cool. I didn't steal it that time, buddy. I didn't steal it. We're still friends? I just helped. From the government, and I'm here to help. Ask Ronald Reagan. Oh, almost got him. Ooh, 13-9. So close to Wing Legend, but you know what? I'll take it. That was a good game, guys. We did get the Akamatsu medal, and we also picked up this Flying Warrior badge. So let's go back to the hangar and talk a little bit more about this airframe. Again, this combo drive system was kind of the intermediary. This was like the half step when jet engines, they were showing promise, but they just couldn't make them in the quantities with reliability or big enough with enough thrust. So it really just gave you an extra kind of propulsion method. And jets were known to be good for higher speeds. Props kind of hit this wall of, you know, they're only so efficient. So the intakes are actually mounted in the wing roots. That's what these little intakes are right here. And it is a really small jet engine, as you can tell from just that really small burner can. But it also means that this is a dual engine fighter, which is neat because I've had my engine knocked out with a propeller, but I was still able to boost because the jet was still functioning. So you still have a propulsion method. There's a lot of redundancy on this thing as a result of that. Again, the survivability is really good, 487 hit points, and that's taking into consideration that we're losing some hit points from going with the wing frame, and there's the LPU. The LPU doesn't lose HP, but we're losing HP with the wing frame. So if I take that off, it's actually at base 500. So it's got some decent resiliency here. Relatively good fire and damage resistance as well. Like I said, the airspeed 381, 472 for the boosted speed, 15 seconds of boost duration, and then 557 in the dive. And I'm actually going to compare this to the P-51H because this would be the other kind of altitude fighter here. The damage output, like I said, is 480 or so. In fact, I'm getting extra damage output from the gun, so it's actually at base 460, not over 480. But you can roll for damage boost on the long barrels if you weren't aware. Going up against, 390 damage on the P-51H, but it's machine guns, so I don't think a lot of us were expecting too much there. And of course, the survivability is going to be way less, like nearly 100 hit points plus less than this aircraft. We talk about the airspeed a little bit. You can see that there's a higher top speed for boost with the P-51H, but the consistent cruise speed is actually really good on the XF15C. In fact, we'll take off this the module for the uprated engine, and you can see that it's still going to outperform the P-51H in that category. Reset. There we go. Then the maneuverability, we've amped up the maneuverability on this platform. I can't lie to you. I mean, we've got a pilot in here that's just to the hilt with this F-86 pilot. To make things a little bit more even, let's go with P-38J pilot on here. He's only got a few skills. And with that, the maneuverability is still a 10.6. Maybe we'll take one of these off. It's an 11.4. So it's not a very nimble platform, but we were trying to maximize that once we specialized it. And you saw it actually came into decent effect. But you're really going to be using it more as a boom and zoom. While the altitude performance is going to be lackluster compared to a P-51, it's about 1,000-foot difference in max altitude as well as service ceiling. The climb rate's still pretty good. 486, 492. P-51's kind of a monster climber. But the XF-15C's real power is going to come in the form of those M3 cannons, the same ones you see on the F2G. So now you're essentially taking, it depends on how you're mixing up the stats, but it's going to fly very similar to a P-51H in a lot of ways. It can kind of go toe-to-toe with it. It can maintain similar velocities. I've flown these with P-51Hs, and I just got the hammer of these 20s that I can get those hits out to a much greater range. As you see, my optimal range is out to 2,820, and the range at which we can even start hitting aircraft is above 3,500 feet. So I can start making contact early, and I'm going to be maintaining good velocity the whole time. So I can potentially kill that P-80 before he ever gets a chance to really engage me. So while you might not have the opportunity to pick up this really ugly looking plane, because it does look ugly, this ugly premium plane, you may see it out on the battlefield. So be aware that its real weakness is that for an altitude fighter, it has lackluster turn performance, and it doesn't necessarily have the same type of speed and climb as a P-51. It's going to be just a little bit lacking in the altitude performance, but it's trading that for 20mm cannons. And they're good 20mm cannons, and I think you guys kind of got the gist of that by the fact that we were able to knock out 14 aircraft during that battle and assist with another 2, and 2 of those aircraft were actually bombers. So we can knock out a lot of hit points, 6,700 hit points in that battle. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and taking a look at a bit of a rare aircraft yet again. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.